Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, there's a statement that the IMF has released here, which sounds to be a warning. And this, to me, based on the story that will take you through, it's as if IMF is warning Kenya, and specifically the president of Kenya. And based on their statement, they say that Kenya needs to tread carefully regarding any new borrowing to avert plunging further into debt distress. The IMF Director of Communications Department, Julie Kozak, said Kenya currently has a high risk of debt distress and any borrowing should be carefully thought out. And this is what she said. What I can say is that we assess Kenya to have a high risk of debt distress. Any new borrowing should be considered within the context of a comprehensive fiscal strategy to reduce debt vulnerabilities while also addressing the recent and emerging fiscal challenges. So in very few words, what Julia Kozak, the IMF director, is saying is that Kenya should not take loans without further considerations. In fact, according to her, Kenya is not supposed to take any more loan. So this is coming at a time where Kenya is supposed to secure a $1.5 billion loan from the United Arab Emirates. And based on what is also unfolding, it seems as if IMF is not happy that Kenya is probably getting this loan from the UAE instead of the World Bank. You know what that means. It's all about geopolitics, ladies and gentlemen, the interests. Now, based on this warning, I call it a warning because that is how it sounds. It sounds like a warning. What do you think William Ruto should do? Because this is contrary to his promise of more loans. I want us to go extensively into this statement from Kozak, because this is somehow trying to send a message to William Ruto about future consequences if he continues with this UAE loan, 1.5 billion. But before we get there, please, I'd like to kindly encourage you to like this video. It's so important because that is the only way YouTube shares our video. Please subscribe to this channel if you are not subscribed, because that is the only way you make this channel grow. So thank you so much for all of you who have supported us so far. Kozak seems to be looking at the government's appetite of trying to cover that gap that could have come as a result of the shooting down of the Finance Bill 2024. Let me also take you back a bit. She is the same IMF representative who responded to Kenya the moment that Finance Bill was withdrawn. You remember the biggest concern from Kenyans was that IMF was trying to control Kenya, into making policies which were not favorable. So because of that reason, she had to calm down and dispel the rumors and try to, vindicate IMF from these blames that they are the ones who plunged the country into chaos. And this is not the first time these accusations are coming from various quarters, especially Africa. IMF has been blamed to be the body that is imposing harsh tax policies to innocent Africans who can't, you can't meet their daily needs. So because of that reason, she had to calm down and dispel these rumors and try to convince the Africans, or rather Kenyans, that their main intention is not to plunge those countries into debt distress. So I will go through another statement which she has also unleashed in the wake of this realization that Kenya is going to take 1.5 billion from the UAE. She said, the policymakers in Kenya, like in much of the region, do face a complex balancing act between pressing spending needs for priority areas, including social programs, health, and education, managing the rising burden of public debt, and boosting domestic revenue. So this is a statement which she released. I think this statement, she could have released it back then when she was trying to dispel those rumors. She first disclosed that there's the deputy managing director, Nigel Clark, is supposed to travel to Nairobi on December 9th and 10th as part of ongoing negotiations, those engagements. So one thing that we've noticed with this regime, is that the appetite for loan. They keep taking loans and loans after loans. Many argue that these loans cannot be linked to projects. You've seen those Morara Kibaso videos. I believe you've seen some couple of them. There is also another gentleman who surfaced. I think this gentleman came from, is it Kisi? I saw someone else who was trying to do, no, there is someone from Kambani who was trying to do also videos similar to Morara Kibaso's, exposing ghost projects, double-funded projects, and those kind of things. So he also exposed some of those projects which cannot be linked to the loans, or rather loans which can't be linked to projects. You see, there has been this common notion that loans are taken, but we don't see roads being built. We don't see enterprises being set up. We don't see any meaningful project from this government. Someone tried to compare this government and the previous two governments. Like, for example, Mwai Kibaki's government. We saw Thika Superhighway. Of course, Thika Superhighway has not had direct benefit to other people. It's only linking the mountain to Nairobi. That is the argument that many people have. But at least we have that. Now, Uhuru Kenyatta's legacy, we have things like SGR, we have flyovers, we have so many road projects which were constructed, of course, with the loans. But now, if you look at this regime, many argue that loans are taken, yes, but there is no tangible, project that can be linked to these particular loans. So that's why there is this common notion that maybe kuna watu wanakula hizi loan. I mean, that's why you find that the debt portfolio saizi imepita ile mark ambayo ilikuwa imekuwa set. I understand it's supposed to be 2 trillion. Is it 2 trillion? 2 to 3 trillion there, but it's at 11 trillion. So what the IMF is trying to advise the government is to slow down in this appetite they have for loans. Taking 1.5 trillion, $1.5 billion loan will put Kenyans again into more pressure of paying these loans. It means that Kenyans will have to dig deep into their pocket to pay more taxes that will in turn help the government pay these loans. So this is a warning coming from IMF, and I think basically it makes sense. I don't know, but just go below in the comment section and you can give us your reaction regarding that issue. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.